how do you have one of their top star reporters and anchors, Katie Tur, journalist with NBC News, not even know about this? She didn't even know. What happened was she was interviewing Republican Congressman Francis Rooney on MSNBC the other night. And in this interview, she's pressing the Republican congressman about Donald Trump. Wasn't Donald Trump too cozy with the Russians? Is he going to give the Russians too many things that he wants? And then that's when Congressman Rooney brought up the thing about, what about Barack Obama? You know, what he said to the president of Russia. He said Putin. He misspoke. He should have said Medvedev. But Congressman Rooney said, quote, I think it was Obama that leaned over to Putin and said, I'll have a little more flexibility to give you what you want after the re-election, end quote. And you know what happened? Katie Tur of NBC News, rather than going, oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's a good zinger. You got me there. Rather than that, she just stared at him like a deer caught in the headlights. She had no idea what he was even talking about. She just looked at him and then said, quote, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're referring to, Congressman. You know, and then he reminded her. He said, reminded her. He informed her. Then he said, remember when he leaned over at a panel discussion on a meeting, he said, I'll have more flexibility after the election? Nobody pushed the president on what he meant by that. I can only assume for a thug like Putin, it would have emboldened him. And Katie Tur, she didn't even go, oh, yeah, that's right, I remember. Nothing like that at all. You know what she did? She just went, after a couple seconds of silence, she says, Congressman, thank you for being with us today. And I know what happened. They go to commercial. She turns around. She probably says to her producers, what's he even talking about? What thing? Did Obama say something to the Russians? How can you have a star reporter with NBC News not even know about this? You want to know how, folks? Because at NBC News, just like so much of the rest of the media, that's something that Barack Obama did. Well, he's a Democrat. He's a liberal, therefore, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, it's just no big deal. It wasn't on their radar screen. That wasn't considered a serious thing. It was just nothing more than conversation he was having because it was Barack Obama. There's not a chance in the world that if Donald Trump had said that to Russia, wink, wink, let me get through this election and I'll give you what you want. Not a chance in the world if Trump had said that and that was on camera, that 4 years from now, Katie Tur or any reporter with NBC News would be like, what? Did Donald Trump say that? I don't know what you're talking about. No, because that would be so burned into the memories of the media because they would have hammered that story day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Okay, that's the reason why, folks, the mainstream media so often gets called fake news by Donald Trump. That's the reason why. That's the reason why you see people like me accusing them of having a liberal left-wing bias, actively working on behalf of Democrats and against Republicans. These are the kind of examples of what I'm talking about. All right, you're listening to The Bob Dutko Show.